Hi, I'm Madonna and this is Joy, and today we're going to look at the metabolism. Joy's been on the HCG weight loss process for about 3 to 4 weeks now, has lost about 5 kilos, which isn't too bad, but a lot of the days there's actually an increase in weight. So by the time she goes and does a steak day, the weight comes down again, but it's really disheartening when she's weighing herself every day to see some days the weight goes up, some days it goes down, but generally it's quite a slow weight loss. So I just want to see if there's something going on with the thyroid, with the gut, with inflammation. We just did a VLA, so a bioimpedance screening, and what it found was there's a fair chunk of inflammation. The body's holding about 3.5 litres of excess fluid. So there's a lot going on. So we'll just sort of end muscle qualities at around 83%, which really isn't too bad. So that tells me there's a lot of good ATP energy, being made from the muscle cells. So doing lots of yoga, lots of Pilates. So let's just go and have a look and see what's going on.
Yoga and Pilates is 4 days in a row.
Yeah, yoga and Pilates 4 days in a row.
2 hours of Pilates and 2 hours of yoga.
Yeah, right. So that's not too bad for muscle building. So you can imagine we just want to see what's going on. So firstly, as we've done in the past, I'm going to double check to see whether stress is driving anything. Do you feel stressed at the moment?
Oh, sometimes.
Okay, so stress, and also generally suffers from insomnia on and off, but then eventually gets so tired she can sleep for a day and a half. So, it's one of those things where obviously runs on adrenaline, noradrenaline and that sort of thing. People who know Joy would say, really, you get tired? So it's just one of those things. So let's have a look. So hold up for me. Actually, I'll minus all your supplements and minus any medication, because we want to ask without any supplements, muddying the waters. And hold. Oh, okay.
Oh.
So without the supplements, there's actually adrenal stress showing. Hold. That's good. Hold. That's good. Hold. That's okay. So that's saying yes, there's adrenal stress, but actually survival stuff isn't showing. So there's not like a huge undercurrent of some major stress going, no, we're going to make you leave the weight on for, hold on to it for all it's worth. It's not showing up like that. Let's have a look at inflammation, the immune pathways. And hold. Yeah, okay. Hold. Hold. That's not working. Hold. And hold. And that's one of the things that the VLA showed up before as well, was that the inflammation's actually worse than it has been in quite some time. So what the body can do when it's losing fat is fat actually is an insulator. It stores toxins as well. So as we're releasing fat, your body may store fluid to dilute the toxins. Your body can even go the next step further and create more fat to sop up the toxins again. Yeah, exactly. So the last thing we want is to be releasing fat from one area of the body, releasing it into the bloodstream, and then the bloodstream going, oh my God, I'm toxic, and then grabbing the fat and laying down the toxins again. So, yeah. And tummy fat particularly is notorious for releasing insulin. Hip fat is notorious for releasing things like dodgy estrogens. You were never much of a PMT girl or anything like that. You didn't get emotional before your periods or that sort of thing?
Mine was so bloody haywire, I probably didn't. If I did, I wouldn't have known that would you.
Because sometimes with people with real hormonal thyroid stuff, they can end up putting the fat on around the hips. You've always had quite small hips, so I don't think that'd be the...
I have?
Well, you're more of a tummy fat girl. Yeah, it's more easy to put on tummy fat.
It's not from beer anyway.
Mm-hmm. And hold. Okay, so so we've picked up these little immune system points, and this one here's an energy mismatch point. So I'm going to use alarm points to muscle test through the major organs of the body and see what, so the key is we want to know what we need to do to kick the weight loss into action, and we also want to know what we need to do to keep the energy stable so that you can keep up all the things you need to do to lower inflammation. So you need to keep up your exercise, you need to keep up your yoga and Pilates, but you also need to get through each day. So these are alarm points that access different organs of the body, and this little skippy arm over here is just giving me yes, no answers. So it's going nope, nope, nope,
sodium deficiency may be relevant.
Yeah, right. So a sodium deficiency showed up a little while ago. And of course that means the sodium potassium pump isn't working, which can be very much linked in with storing too much fluid. So getting that right can be hugely important with acid alkalinity in the body. When the body's too acidic, it's more likely to lay down fat. So stomach energy is showing up without your supplements. Stomach energy is showing up as being underactive. So the muscle we check there is the pec major clavicular, which is in here. Hold up for me. Okay. So that's an unlock, and hold up for me, and that's an unlock. So this little area here just adds lymph to the whole stomach meridian. The stomach meridian runs the entire length of the body. Acupuncturists, of course, would put needles along the meridians to increase stomach energy or to remove blockages. Okay, let's have a look and hold. That's better. So that's a good strong lock. That's not going anywhere. Okay, so you can imagine if your stomach energy is low, it means you're not releasing enough hydrochloric acid and other digestive enzymes. Yeah, right. This one here's showing up. This one's the alarm points for the large intestine meridian. So there's two muscles to do with the large intestine. So first one's fascia lata. Hold up for me.
Oh,
That's not working. And hold up for me. Okay. And hold on to the edges of the table. Hold out. Don't let me push to your left. No. And hold out. Don't let me pull to the right. Okay. So that's basically the quadratus lumborum across the lower back, and one of the things that's been playing up is bursitis in the hips for a few years. So as long as we keep joy nice and balanced, it tends to be okay, but occasionally something happens and out of whack it gets. It's been getting heaps stronger since there's been lots of Pilates and yoga going on. So these are the neurolymphatic points for the large intestine meridian. There's spots on the L5 knobs at the base of the spine that help to send nerve supply to both of those muscles. And hold up for me. And once again with the large bowel, hold. Sometimes during HCG people get either chronically constipated or get diarrhea. Hold out. And that can be because we're just moving so many toxins. Hold out during the HCG process. Okay, so the next one showing up is the triple heater meridian. So that's the one we started with before, where the immune system was under functioning and the adrenal glands were overworking. So let's reset the adrenals first up. Breathe in, breathe out and push. And breathe in and relax. Breathe out and push. And breathe in, breathe out and push. So now we've reset. And once again, this is just a quick little reset as part of the whole balance, but that's the adrenals. We've done the immune system. So the next one we want to check is thyroid, which is W arms. It's teres minor. Hold back. Don't let me lift up. Yeah, right. So you've blown your triple heater meridian. Hold. Hold back. Yeah.
oh!
Definitely not working. Okay. So
This one's got more bursitis than that one.
So of course, if the thyroid is under functioning, it slows metabolism, it can slow digestion, it can cause both constipation and diarrhea, it can cause the immune system and inflammatory pathways to get overloaded. So when your thyroid isn't functioning, it can have an effect on every single other system in your body, not to mention weight loss. And hold back. And hold back. Beautiful. Okay. So once again. So going through the alarm points. Okay. So the next one showing up is the pancreas organ or spleen meridian. So the muscle test with that is lat dorsi. So the latissimus dorsi, hold in. It's pretty good. Hold in.
Oh!
Okay, so the body was overworking trying to sort that one out, but that's okay. With weight loss, if we are not getting the the tummy fat, once again, it stores insulin. And when we are doing any weight loss process, our body has to be able to get rid of the insulin that we're releasing. So it has to be released through the gut, through the kidneys, through the liver, through the skin, you know, so we sweat it out, through the lymphatic systems. So if the burden on insulin is too high, so if we just can't sop up that insulin and get it out of the body, then we can end up creating fat again to store it again. So we need to get your detoxing properly. And hold in, beautiful, and hold in, excellent. So it didn't hurt that time?
No, but the first time the
Yeah.
shoulder hurt like hell.
Yeah. And the next organ showing up is the kidneys. So this is the leg muscles, which will also be linked in with the bursitis in the hips. When there isn't this support, the bursitis plays up
My
more.
kidneys are like that instead of like that.
Oh, right. Her kidneys are out of kilter, you know, so not quite asymmetrical. No, they are asymmetrical. Okay, hold up for me. Yeah. And hold up for me. Okay. And hold up. And hold up. Yeah, okay. So not a lot of energy in there. They're the psoas and iliacus muscles. And you can imagine when we're doing any weight loss process, we're messing with our brain, because every day when you wake up and you stand on the scales, you want to see a weight loss. So when you don't, for whatever reason, even though something positive can be going on in the body, you might be building muscle, you might be hydrating your muscle, you might be doing all sorts of things. It might just be constipation for a few days that's actually caused a slowing down. But any of those things, they mess with our brain. So then you've got a whole day before you're weighing yourself again, and sometimes that can activate stress, which can then once again cause slowing down of the metabolism and increase stress hormones, which can all cause fat storage again. Okay, so we'll recheck psoas and iliacus, and hold up for me, and hold up, good, and hold up, and hold up, lovely. Okay, so the organs linked in with the slowed weight loss were adrenals, thyroid, inflammation, large intestine, pancreas, kidneys, which isn't as bad as it's, and stomach. Because if you imagine,
Were there any left over?
there's several that aren't there, but you can imagine the digestive tract. So stomach, pancreas, large intestine, all to do with the digestive tract, and then spleen, large intestine, kidneys, all to do with detoxification. So if you imagine it seems to be, and because the thyroid's involved, but the thyroid has an overriding effect on everything I just said. So therefore, we'll sort of now what I'll do, I'm just going to do a little process and find out what supplements match your energy for making this work as well as it can possibly work. Okay, so let's just have a squeeze. No, okay, so nothing in there that it's interested in. That's fine. Okay, so this page is a bit of a jackpot, so let's go and have a look. Silymarin, lipoic acid, HCG, yep. Chromium resistex. Okay. Boswellia, when you need to sleep, you sleep, don't you? You know, if you actually have the opportunity to sleep, generally you can do it, can't you?
Well, sometimes I'm absolutely buggered and I give my eye teeth to sleep at night, but like the pops, sleep don't come.
Yeah, right. So ZBM, so that's zinc, B6, manganese, magnesium. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go through and find the priority for you. Are you on any medication at the moment? Just the occasional Panadol?
Oh, I don't know that I've taken any of them. I suppose if I was in too much pain, I might take a couple of Aspro-Clear.
Okay, but not very...
I find Aspro-Clear works.
Okay, cool.
Better.
Which is interesting because it's a blood thinner, so it generally tells me then that the pain comes from congestion, you know, so that's cool. So good to know what works. Is there anything else that should be on this list that isn't? Actually, I'll put the Aspro-Clear on there as well. Okay. Is there anything else that should be on this list that isn't? No. Okay, so what's the first priority for this body? Okay, first priority is HCG, so that's cool. Yeah. Well, I just put it on the list because it showed up on one of the weight loss things. Okay, second priority is chromium. Okay, so there's just some straight chromium, but you need 2-3 times a day, which is about 1200 micrograms a day.
I don't think I've got any of that.
Yeah, so chromium is it's for insulin resistance. It helps to sensitize the cells to sop up insulin. So if we're releasing insulin from your tummy fat, we need to be able to get it into the cells to make energy. So sometimes the cells, the receptors are all blocked. So chromium helps to sensitize the cells so that you can get insulin in so you can make energy. Because otherwise sugar cravings get worse.
I don't know if I've had any sugar cravings, but I've only been hungry about twice, I think.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay, well that's great. So third priority is Boswellia complex. It's similar to inflavonoid intensive care. So we just need something to reduce the inflammation.
That comes from Botswana, I take it.
It's a herb, Boswellia, and some adrenotone for your energy. You're not much of a... Do you use iodized salt or just regular salt? Just out of curiosity.
Look, the rock salt or whatever you told us to have.
Yeah.
That's shit. That's a bit coarse than regular salt.
Yeah.
I probably got a kilo or two, bloody God only knows how long ago, put it into a glass container.
Okay.
And some of what has been used when new kids came and visit me and used it for bloody sugar in your coffee. And anyway, I have no idea what it's bloody.
No, that's all right. So it does have extra minerals in it. Yeah, so the priorities to help with the weight loss are chromium for the insulin sensitivity, Boswellia to help to calm down inflammation. We need some, and then the last two things are for adrenals and thyroid, so adrenotone and iodine. So basically tyrosine and iodine are the building blocks for making thyroxine. So they're the priorities.
Is the iodine in salt as much as you need?
That's why I asked, yeah. So it's, do you add much salt? Because salt can also cause you to store fluid.
I hardly used salt at all.
Oh, because your sodium levels were low.
Then I got the sodium deficiency, yeah. And the doctor said I have to have salt.
Yeah, right, okay. Oh, so that's a fairly new thing for you.
Yeah, because I got the blood test say in the last fortnight.
That might be why your body's storing extra fluid at the moment. It has to reorganise itself in relation to salts.
For the first 3 days he said to have some of those revolting energy drinks, which I thought it made me spew. But a lot of
energy drinks have got a lot of sugar in as well.
I know, but he said instead of that I could have half a teaspoon of salt in a glass of water twice a day, which I did for 3 days, and then just put salt on my
foods. Okay. No, that sort of explains the fluid. For every half a teaspoon of salt we don't metabolise, you store about a litre of fluid.
Well, it was to
So, yeah,
stop me
okay.
nearly passing out from a sodium
Okay.
deficiency.
Well, that makes sense. So I hope that's been helpful.